The Sino-British Joint Declaration was signed on December 19, 1984, between the British and Chinese governments. The purpose of this declaration was to address the future of Hong Kong after the expiration of the 99-year lease on the new territories in 1997. Under the principle of one country, two systems, Hong Kong would retain its capitalist system and way of life for 50 years after the handover in 1997. This would allow Hong Kong to continue its established system under Chinese sovereignty. The Joint Declaration laid the groundwork for the creation of the Basic Law, a legal document that would ensure these provisions. The Basic Law was adopted on April 4, 1990 by the National People's Congress (NPC) of China and came into effect on July 1, 1997, marking the formal handover of Hong Kong. It consists of 9 chapters and 160 articles. In addition to the full text, there are 3 annexes. Annex 1 specifies the method for selecting the Chief Executive of Hong Kong. Annex 2 outlines the method for the formation of the Legislative Council and its voting procedures. And Annex 3 lists national laws that are applicable to Hong Kong. The drafting of the Basic Law involved collaboration between Hong Kong and mainland China. A Basic Law Consultative Committee, composed purely of Hong Kong residents, was established in 1985 to collect local opinions. The first draft was released in 1988, followed by a 5-month consultation. A second draft was published in 1989, with another consultation period concluding in October 1989. The final version was promulgated by the MPC in 1990. The Basic Law enshrines the concepts of one country, two systems, a high degree of autonomy, and Hong Kong people administering Hong Kong. It outlines the political and legal systems that would govern Hong Kong under Chinese sovereignty. The HKSAR would maintain a high degree of autonomy with executive, legislative, and judicial powers. These powers would remain in place for 50 years, ensuring that the capitalist system would continue to operate. Hong Kong's legal system based on common law would also remain intact, subject to amendments by the local legislature. The Central People's Government, CPG, is responsible for Hong Kong's defense and foreign affairs. However, Hong Kong retains autonomy over its internal affairs, including public order and legislation. National laws are only applied if listed in Annex 3 of the Basic Law, which includes laws related to defense and foreign affairs. The CPG cannot interfere in matters that fall within the autonomy of Hong Kong. The Basic Law also guarantees various rights and freedoms for Hong Kong residents. These include the right to private property, equality before the law, and protection from arbitrary arrest and detention. Freedom of speech, press, and assembly are upheld, as well as the right to join trade unions and strike. Additionally, international human rights conventions, such as the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights, continue to apply in Hong Kong. The political structure of Hong Kong is based on the principles of democracy and gradual progress. The chief executive is elected by a local process and appointed by the CPG. The chief executive must be a Chinese citizen, at least 40 years old, and have lived in Hong Kong for 20 years. The government must operate according to the law and is accountable to the Legislative Council, which is responsible for enacting laws, approving budgets, and scrutinizing the government. The judiciary in Hong Kong operates independently, with the Court of Final Appeal holding the power of final adjudication. The principle of trial by jury and the right to a fair trial are maintained. Hong Kong may also maintain juridical relations with other parts of the PRC and foreign states, provided such arrangements are in accordance with the law. The Basic Law also outlines Hong Kong's economic system, maintaining its status as a free port, separate customs territory, and international financial center. The Hong Kong dollar remains the legal tender, and the Hong Sa has the authority to issue currency. The economy remains based on free trade, with the continued movement of goods, capital, and services. The Basic Law guarantees Hong Kong's independence in matters related to shipping and civil aviation. In areas such as education, science, culture, and social welfare, the Hong Sa is authorized to formulate policies independently. Non-governmental organizations in various fields are free to maintain relations with counterparts in foreign countries. In terms of external affairs, Hong Kong may maintain relations and sign agreements with foreign states and international organizations in areas such as trade, tourism, and culture. Hong Kong's representatives can participate in international organizations using the name Hong Kong, China. The Standing Committee of the MPC holds the authority to interpret the Basic Law, while Hong Kong's courts may interpret provisions within their autonomy. If any interpretations concern matters under the responsibility of the central government, the courts must seek an interpretation from the MPC. The MPC also holds the power to amend the Basic Law, but no amendments can contravene the established policies regarding Hong Kong.